brand new product. Stay tuned for this. N55s are us, aren't we?
Yeah, we love them here, don't we?
Let's see if we can try and beat that with the other one.
It's go time. Times.
Bing bang bosh. You back?
I'm telling the guys at home because Times ain't got a clue.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's an M135i kind of day. What the? So first off, guys, we've got this 2013 M135i, and I know you guys are saying 2013, is it a pneumatic wastegate? Thank God it's not. It's the electronic wastegate version, and it's already got a downpipe decat and some charge pipe upgrades. But today it's in for stage 2 mapping, ECU and XSP stage 3 gearbox. So the modifications we need for that, on top of what it's already got, is an intercooler upgrade, and we've got a brand new product. Stay tuned for this. Next off, we've got this 2015 LCI model M135i. Only modification on there so far is a panel filter, but it's in for a full stage 2 package. So let's see what we can achieve from these cars today.
In a while since we worked on one of
It's crazy, isn't it? The channel requested it. Obviously, we've done M55 for so many years and developed so many things for them. We've got a brand new product going on that one today, but typically our stage 2 package on this one. It's going to be interesting to see what they make. The pre-LCIs run a different software version, so we might have to update that with the BMW software and get it up to date so that we've got the best base before we start tuning. But yeah, N55s, bro, like, don't cover enough of them.
Okay.
So yeah guys, as Mab said in the last clip, here is our brand new N55 turbo inlet pipe. It does have a heat reflective powder coating on it and also a CNC milling fitting. It does fit the stock and hybrid turbos on the car. The increased diameter allows turbo to spool quicker and be more efficient in the car. Also guys, we have our NVM intercooler for the N55 as well. It is 150% bigger than the stock one. Talking about the stock one, it is not really suitable for a 6-cylinder engine as it does fit a 1.6, so it doesn't make it as efficient as a performance car like the 135i. So this is the perfect replacement for the car. No replacement. Also guys, it is a tube and fin construction, which means it will reduce the temperature in the intake by about 15 degrees, and will also make it lighter than most other aftermarket intercoolers. And we are also throwing this panel filter into the car for maximum airflow as well, get the best performance out of the car.
What are you doing, James?
Just, we've got colder spark plugs to go in. We have gapped them to a 0.022. So we're going to get them fitted and we'll see how it goes on the dyno.
So you know you've got another one, right?
Another what?
M135i.
Yeah, we love them here, don't we?
So guys, the old intercooler has been taken out of the car now, ready for the new one to go in. We have taken the old inlet pipe out as well. Now the stock ones are plastic, which makes the bracket prone to cracking, allowing unfiltered air to enter the turbo, which obviously is not good for the car. Ready for our NVM aluminium ones to go into the car and increase performance. So let's hand it over to James, get it all fitted, and then Mabs can put it on the dyno.
You got some competition, mate?
What do you mean?
H is the new presenter, mate.
Is he really?
He's just gone through all the car parts for that car.
Did he do a good job?
Yeah.
Did he mention the benefits of the intercooler?
Yeah.
And the new turbo intake pipe?
Yeah.
That's fine, I don't need to cover that, but I'll cover the other parts. So on this M135i, we are going stage 2 as well. The only difference is we are fitting the BMS intake, and this intake is proven, tried and tested. I did a video for you guys a fair few years ago on my M2 with the performance gains on the stock ECU software. So when we tune it, we see a great gain. Yes, you do get a bit of heat soak, but that is counteracted by the intercooler and the benefits that H spoke about before. The other difference on this N55, we're fitting a Wagner tuning 300 cell downpipe. Now obviously it's going to be a bit more restrictive than a DCAT downpipe, but it is still road legal and should pass MOT with no concerns. We are fitting the NVM charge pipe as well. Again, it is crinkle finished in a heat reflective powder coating, and it's full aluminium construction with CNC fittings. And as you're probably aware, N55 charge pipes crack even at stock boost pressure, so this is the best upgrade that you can do. But I'm going to hand it over to James. I think we're fitting some 97506 as well. We need some Kohler plugs in this and see what the difference is in power in comparison to the previous one. It's an interesting one because, like, obviously they've got similar mods, same sort of kind of power level we're going to aim for. That 63 plate one, or 2013 one, we're actually going to do a full BMW update, bring it up to speed, because when we did the development work on the N55s, as soon as we can access the ECU about 6-7 years ago, the early software versions didn't have enough table data. So as soon as you update it to the latest software, it gives it more table data, more control, and it kind of gives it the same sort of power level as LCI.
So every car you make a custom map for?
Every single car.
Every car gets an individual tune?
Yes, so we put it on a kind of base map, kind of lift them torque limiters, leave the ignition timing alone, increase the boost a little, and then we build it up. So no two cars are the same. Let's strap this one down and see what it makes. So nice and healthy, guys. 324 brake horsepower, 459 newton meters of torque, zero timing pull. Throttle body is closing because of the overshooting due to the greater air mass and overboost. But yeah, nice and healthy. Just a base stage 2, and it's ran 380 brake horsepower, excuse me mate, 570 newton meters of torque. Fuel pressure is holding, which is nice to see. This is what we kind of test it with, so we'll turn it up bit by bit. Sounds good, isn't it?
Yeah.
He didn't want the overrun to be too crazy, but yeah, it's just around 395 brake horsepower, 616 newton meters of torque, almost 400 brake horsepower. It's beautiful because the throttle body ain't closing and it's boosting how it should be. The car's done like 80,000 miles and it's still responding really well, so tiny bit more. Times what you do, man. Final results for this M135i. 402 brake horsepower, 636 newton meters of torque. Look at that power curve. And it's not just the peak, like it's gained about 80 brake horsepower in the peak, but it's like 100 horsepower before then. Zero timing pull. I love these N55s. They sound immense, don't they? Let's see if we can try and beat that with the other one. It's go times. So this time I'm going to test the brakes before we put our foot down. Every car we jump in, like, we only find out the brakes are knackered once we've done a full pull. But data log is connected. This is a 3-door variant, so doesn't it feel more compact than a 4-door? They're meant to be quicker because they're slightly lighter, but forgot to mention, we mapped the gearbox, SHP stage 3. Seamless shifts. It's 2013, so it's almost like 10 years old almost. Like, it's crazy, isn't it? But yeah, just over 400 brake horsepower and 600 and how many newton meters? I keep forgetting of it. Yeah. So it's on the kind of limit of the stock high pressure fuel pump, where the demand is great low down, and it's even worse when it starts pulling timing because of the heat. Like intake temperatures start to rise, and that's what causes it. I don't know what I tell you. I'm telling the camera. I'm telling the guys at home because times they got a clue what I'm talking about.
So Mabs, is it N55 faster than a B58?
No.
No.
Technically not, but I don't know, like the N55, obviously the turbocharger is a weak spot, like anything over like 420 brake horsepower and it does struggle. But,
so at the limit, basically.
I mean, at the time, you're talking 10 years ago, the technology was crazy. This ECU, obviously similar ECU to the M3, M4 S55 controlled, so really nice in comparison to the B58. That's MG1. But we've got a new button here. Do you see it?
What's that button do?
It says ejectocito, cuz. That worked. I think everyone needs an ejectocito button in their car, especially when you've got times as a passenger. I'll tell you something, guys, this inlet pipe sounds amazing. It's stock airbox. You can hear that turbo spooling up beautifully thanks to the aluminium construction. But yeah, I'll leave a link down below for the turbo inlet pipe on our online shop. You back?
Mate, don't press that button again, alright?
I hope you're throwing in flyby shots while you were gone.
Flying?
Flying. It sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sounds good for that sort.
It's going to be interesting to see what the other one drives like. Obviously, N55s sound amazing, but that one's got a BMS intake on there, so it spools up.
Yeah, sound a bit different.
I mean, this sounds really good with that inlet pipe, because it's aluminium, it resonates really nice with the turbo one. So. This car's like leery, like it's losing grip. N55s are us, aren't they? That's what we should put on on the top of the shutter. N55s are us. So, completely baseline runs on this one, 323 brake horsepower, 455 newton meters of torque. Crazy, isn't it? Like 5 horsepower difference and 6 newton meter difference, but they have got different bolt-ons, and what we're going to try and do is compare the results between the two cars after, as well as the result for this. But yeah, let's do some tuning. So times 395 brake horsepower, 587 newton meters of torque. So we're heading in the right direction, although we have timing pull as boost comes in. So I'm gonna have to reduce the amount of boost load down. Because it has got the 300 cell cat, the turbocharger's got a bit more back pressure. So that basically reduces overall performance load down. But at the top end, it's about the same kind of efficiency as a D-cat. So yeah, I think it needs more timing. Well, that's funny, isn't it? Exact same peak horsepower, 402 brake horsepower, although torque is slightly less at 593 newton meters, and that's purely down to the modification differences between the two cars. So the downpipe, the inlet are the two main different factors, although the software itself are slightly different as well. We're targeting pretty much the same boost and timing. So I'm going to show you guys now is the delta difference between both cars. And this is what's going to make the difference on the road and the way the car drives. Although they made 402 brake horsepower exactly at the peak, in the same peak, before and after is different purely because of the modifications. Now, if you look low down at the torque at the first car, you can see the downpipe allows the turbocharger to spool up really quick, hits our boost target, gets our ignition timing, and increases about 20 to 25 newton meters where you feel it. Whereas on the top end, the first vehicle starts to tail off, and the second vehicle, this black one here, has a bit more power, and that's purely because of the intake and the benefits of less air restriction going into the turbocharger itself. And you can see that in the data logs as well. The wastegate duty cycle is slightly less on the black car than it is on the blue car, although they target the same amount of boost. It allows for more airflow right at the top end. There you have it. So let's get him on the road, mate. Let's see if you can tell the difference between the two cars. Don't forget this is running slightly lower torque, low end, and more power, top end, beyond peak. And see what they think at home. So, M135i number 2. I think it's a nicer place to be, isn't it? The LCI, like the big screen, semi-digital dash. Like, don't you think this one sounds better? Stock exhaust with the sports cat, an OEM style overrun.
Check his brakes.
Oh yeah. Brake check. They did the work. See the difference in delta. People don't really understand it, but I think this with the inlet pipe would have gained a little more torque low down.
Yeah, so it's interesting what you showed me earlier on the dyno.
Yes, two different cars with the same sort of power level, but completely different power graphs in other places. So when people get a stage 2 with these mods and then a stage 2 with that mods and they think they're running the same power, they're not. I mean, this car is going to be quicker top end all the time, even though it made exactly the same power.
Even though it's the same power, yeah.
The other one definitely felt torque, yeah, innit?
Yeah, lower now.
Just feel that, the top end, it's like it almost carried on, whereas the other one completely died a death. But I mean, the stock N55 turbochargers do die a death after 5,500. How much air you can get in there makes all the difference, and how cool you can keep it. Stop bullying H. Everyone comment below and tell Times to stop bullying H.
Bullying's a serious problem.
It's a serious problem? Yeah. And we're a professional organisation. That's why I've got to press the ejector seat off. So I hope everyone enjoyed this vlog. It has been an N55 kind of day. Don't forget to like, comment below and click that subscribe button. I'll catch you in the next one.